this quote for today. The difference between genius and stupidity is genius has no limits, or genius has its limits. I truly believe that laughter is the best medicine because there's a lot of bad stuff that gets thrown at us on the daily and there's nothing we can really do about it. I'm going to sit back, we're going to laugh. Exposing the influencer industry. Amazing little content creator. I'm not actually sure where he's from, and laugh together. Here we go.
I only wake up at 5:30. I'm reading the 5 a.m. club, so this inspires me to do this. Then have some electrolytes, get hydrated as soon as possible. And I turn my sauna on, write down my dark thoughts.
5 a.m. club, holy shit. It has changed my life.
Being part of the 5 a.m. club has changed my life. See, I've always been more of a night owl, with my most productive moments being during the afternoon until late. With my most productive...
What? I live piss? I don't know about you guys, but I never used to be a morning person. Like, the world could end when I wake up and I wouldn't care. But I don't know, for some reason I've gotten a lot better at waking up.
Moments being during the afternoon until late at night, but now that I started setting my alarm at 5 a.m, I wake up so tired and pissed off that every time of day feels like the late afternoon. First thing I do is watch my favorite YouTube video while talking with the voices in my head that came from sleep deprivation. Then by 6:30, after my second alarm since I fell asleep again, I finally gathered the strength to stop snoozing and get coffee brewing. At 7, my brain is finally able to process information, so I start watching my favorite influencer and... Wait a second. That clock says 7:15. You're telling me influencer number 12,752 is lying to me? What the f... Hey, my bowl of cereal, is it just me, or are influencers making life way too complicated? Just last week, I've had 37 different influencers in my feed, each telling me how to live, how to become happy and successful.
If you want to be successful at a young age, you have to be really intentional with your goals.
You have to be a literal rat. You have to be a bitch.
You have to be a bitch. Would you take advice from these people? I wonder how empty and hollow their lives really are.
You're only depressed when you have time to be depressed.
I know if I'm the only one.
What? You're only depressed when you have time to be depressed. Okay, stop with your depression. You're only if you've got time for it. I mean...
But while at first constantly being exposed to people who are seemingly more successful than I am, telling me what to do, was at first just making me feel bad about my own shortcomings, it's now getting to a point that it's just driving me insane. With all their different rules and all their different lifestyles, most of them conflicting with one another, you still need to implement all of them. Otherwise, you'll go through life feeling miserable, according to them.
You're only depressed when you have time to be depressed.
But honestly, their lifestyle tips are just getting stupid.
I never do dishes. Why would I waste my time cleaning dishes?
Overconsumption is not at all problematic.
Holy, that's a lot of product. Is this for one person? How much time would you need to apply all of this shit?
Happy, so spend $5,000 a month on skincare. Buy this useless product. Make sure to stock your entire fridge with about $500 of soda, snacks, and...
Isn't that really bad for you?
Energy drinks, because I really need my daily intake of Baby Bell cheeses and Gatorade. Yeah, I want the diet of a toddler, or else I'm gonna get cranky.
The fakeness
Every
behind
3
them all.
hours while fitnessing and working on a Sunday to stay on that grind set. Get up at 5 a.m. every single day, including weekends, so you can spend 3 hours on cleaning, making coffee and fitness all alone by yourself, just so you can start working at 8 or 9 a.m. and get off at 5 p.m. like everybody else, except while everyone else is having fun after work. You're now exhausted and have to get to bed by 8 or 9 p.m. to maintain your recommended 8 to 9 hours sleep schedule that these influencers are also preaching you to do. So stupid. To no one's surprise, most of their lifestyle tips and tricks are just nuggets of pseudo-wisdom.
Here is exactly why you should avoid eating salad for your health.
With no
I bet you he eats salad.
scientific backing that they try to sell as these grandiose keys to success.
Keep those layers coming off bit by bit, and you will one day look back and compare your previous letter self to your new letter self. Look at that definition.
What kind of analogy is this? Previous letter self?
Look at that definition.
Even though they might seem incredibly stupid, they aren't. Okay, some of them are, but
Jack. Oh, Jack. He woke up at 5 and the clock says 7:15.
Most of them are aware of the fact that what they preach is just over-romanticized bullshit. The 5 a.m. rule, for example, is based on a book, The 5 a.m. Club, written by Robin Sharma, a wise philosopher in the eyes of the lifestyle influencer, and a fraud in those of professional book reviewers. They describe his book as follows. The entire book feels like everything someone who hates self-help books would claim are the worst things about them.
You know, the funny thing is all these people selling these courses, right? Because I like every time I go on the web and I see these guys selling courses about how to be better. That's all they sell. Their own courses.
Shame. Just a ploy to get money from the masses of sheeple. A bunch of obvious material you learned by the time you were 13. So, pretty much a manifesto for lifestyle influencers to peddle to their viewers and take all of their money.
This book is freaking trash.
You think these guys actually wake up at 5 every single day because it's some magical key to success? Fuck no! Making you believe they do is their magical key to success. They can't even put in the effort to do it at least once for their TikTok preaching about the 5 a.m. club. This girl tried her best changing the hour on her car dashboard, but the clock at the gym says 7:15. And this guy was caught lying because he lives in Tennessee, where during the months of October, November, which is the time at which he uploaded this reel, there is no sunlight until about 7. Yet he's out at 5:30 and there's already more sunlight than the average day in Belgium.
yeah, but
Have some electrolytes, get hydrated as soon as possible. This has been a game changer for me.
Gee, he's really hammering down on those electrolytes. Might it be because he's secretly sponsored by
is the world just one big scam?
them? Which brings me to the reason that I wanted to make this video. The amount of lifestyle influencers that made their entire career on nothing but lies and fake wealth is insane, which I wouldn't care about if they weren't purposefully, directly and negatively influencing people with their lives. Because
about to
their
say, dude,
success is built on their viewers feeling unfulfilled in life.
Is this the what? What is this? This is what the details from the OP. Here are my arguments. Self-obsessed regime supreme, spreading mindless consumerism, fake as F lifestyles, inauthentic relationships, exploiting FOMO, turning friendships into transactions, glorifying hedonism, undermining real talent. Oh my god.
Success is built on their viewers feeling unfulfilled in life and idolizing them. And they lie about everything.
I have been paralyzed trying to find or looking at furniture for the new house. We are going back to Florida. God, what the fuck are my kids doing? Hold on.
When was the last time you were paralyzed from buying choices? Oh my god, I have to buy a $50,000 couch. Woe is me.
Want to make sure when we're there, well, let's be honest, I need a living room TV, master bedroom, kids' rooms, because you ain't talking to me. Like, I don't know. Go to your room. I just bought 3 washers and dryers yesterday because at this house, there's a lot of shit to do.
Oh man.
Can we just this woman ain't buying no cheap TV. I mean, it's not her money. Okay, I'm not gonna pass judgment. Maybe it's her money. So this is like thousands of dollars. Oh no, the decision.
There's a lot of shit to do.
Oh man, moving from my first mansion into my second
exactly.
even bigger mansion without having to sell my first one is so stressful. I had to open my laptop and order 6 TVs and 3 dryers because our new house is just so big. Oh wait, no. Even this completely out of touch story, devoid of any relatability, is actually just a pity ad for the 3 washers and dryers she bought.
Wait, she was advertising the dryers that she bought on her account. God.
Most of them simply aren't. These guys don't own a private jet.
Okay, here we
They
go.
rent a photo
Okay,
studio for
okay, there we go.
$75 an hour with
There
a
we
group
go.
of 10 with free parking. That's why more and more of these private jet photo studios are being made, so they can pretend they own one and make you feel bad in the process for actually having your life together. Because where's your private jet, broke boy? Everything to desperately maintain this facade of success, to keep flexing on their viewers like insecure douchebags, so that their viewers will keep idolizing them and do whatever they tell them to do, and they can squeeze as much money as possible out of them. And I'm not
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. You know, to at least teach some of them a lesson, for God's sake.
only talking about the alpha male grind set douchefluencers that we already knew are full of BS. There's so many lying authentic influencers, each with fake wealth, that the term pseudo-authentic influencer is now a thing. Faking
What the hell is a pseudo-authentic or influencer? What the fuck is this? Get ready for the rise of pseudo-authentic. Every day I get into the internet and I think today's the day I'm not going to be surprised by what human beings will do for clout. And every day I am wrong.
Thing. Faking authenticity, success, and legitimacy so you trust them, and they can sell you more products and services that they don't use and you don't really need. This influencer with 1.1 million followers took a picture in front of an empty seat in business class with ads, and then had to sit on her actual seat in economy class.
You know she got some dude that put her on that flight, right? And there's only one reason he put her on that flight.
Class, like the rest of us peasants.
Sorry for the adverts, sorry for the adverts. Sorry. I refuse to pay for YouTube Premium. It's not happening.
Influencers preaching that you'll achieve happiness by spending your entire life savings on vacations. Yeah, they don't really live a life of constant traveling. Usually they'll go on like a single vacation paid by some resort or company in exchange for advertising, and then take hundreds of pictures all in different outfits with backgrounds that could literally be the backdrop of any vacation destination in the world. And then they'll post a few pictures every few weeks with different light about locations added to those posts.
This guy is awesome.
You could just Photoshop your travel pics like this influencer with like 570,000 followers.
That's a lot.
Here you have her with the beautiful skyline of New York, except it's missing an entire skyscraper.
Let me just go back like one frame so I can show you. That shadow is not correct. That is being photoshopped. God.
Look, here she's at the Taj Mahal with her shadow apparently allergic to water. Her dress and handbag vaporizing in thin air. Stone grooves extending into the pool. And Photoshop birds on top of it all. I mean, honestly, these trees look kinda weird. But this one looks even weirder because it's growing out of her head. And don't get me started on those Dubai influencers. I don't want to see a big shiny tower that looks pretty from the outside but doesn't have much going on under its surface. Not even a sewage system where every day trucks have to transport 7 tons of poop out of to keep up the facade of superficial perfection. What is this? An allegory for influencers? Talking about superficial. You know those designer clothing influencers flexing on you with their $5,000 Chanel trash bag shirts? Most of them are fake. Actually, some influencers are so infamous for using fake designer merch to seem more successful than they actually are, that they are now being paid by companies to promote illegal knockoffs to their viewers. But you know,
This is not okay. We living in a clown world. We're living in a clown world. Do you think the OG brands are okay with this?
To their viewers. But you know what really grinds my gears? Those massive overconsumption product haul influencers will unpack like a month's salary worth of clothes in one 20-second TikTok, then do the exact same thing.
Okay, well, you look into her eyes and tell me you don't see melting clocks. No offense to her. I'm just saying. She got them eyes.
Later, acting as if their TikToks aren't the content creation pollution equivalent to Taylor Swift's private jet usage. If only Taylor was also using a private jet photo studio. Don't get me wrong, I think sharing your thoughts on products you're excited about or sponsored by with your viewers is great. But when you get enough products to bury yourself alive in on a daily basis, don't you think that's a bit excessive? You're basically undoing 5 years of global recycling efforts with a single TikTok. Because you're romanticizing shopaholicism and overconsumption, normalizing mass pollution for your millions of viewers who will spend their hard-earned money on your shitty trends.
Their viral lip balms.
And since those overconsumption influencers know they'll get backlash from producing more garbage in a single day than most people do in a year, they say they'll give away all of their unwanted products instead of letting them go to waste. But one of the largest product haul influencers has just been crowned as the most dishonest influencer of all time with no integrity whatsoever.
These are the... Please tell me this woman takes her apart, please.
So, she's gotta be telling the truth, right?
You know people are spending their hard-earned money on these products and you're misleading them. That is disgusting. That is, by definition, you are a fraudulent scam artist, liar. Gross.
I guess at least...
Thank God we live in a world where more than two things can exist at once. Thank God for this woman, that at least there are other people who have influence that are spreading the message that these people are bullshit.
You are a fraudulent scam artist, liar. Gross.
I guess at least she's not like those assholes who return their clothes after filming their clothing haul TikTok, tricking their audience into buying all of these pieces of clothing via their affiliate links, while they themselves just returned their units.
There are a lot of fashion and lifestyle influencers who buy products and return them. And over the years, there's been a lot more reporting of fashion influencers who do these like clothing hauls, but they actually can't afford most of the clothes they're buying, so they return it. But they create this illusion of the lifestyle they can afford and the clothes that they wear, but it's largely fabricated. So when you're seeing influencers flaunting my outfit of the day and you feel a little bit of envy, just know that there's a good chance they don't own all those clothes.
Which is actually even more harmful for the environment because those units have to go through yet another transport, cleaning and repackaging process.
What is the point
still end
of...
up in a landfill, since most of the time that's cheaper for the company. And because retail companies are losing billions of dollars on people just returning their clothing after using it only once for a social media video, most of them have now completely dropped their free return policy and started charging for it. $6 returning fee. And now I have to keep these pants, which are way too tight. Jesus. Maybe I should stop comparing myself with toxic online pixels that can easily be faked, photoshopped, or manipulated to make me feel like shit and influence me for money. So now I've got to deal with my pants being too tight for my balls and getting in between my ass. Ooh, you know what? Screw this guy. Instead, I'm gonna start clowning my wealth to my real life friends and family so I can start real toxicity. First, I gotta check my bank accounts. Oh man. Maybe I should brag that my subscriber count. Oh man.
Bro, that was my life when I was in college, dude. I mean, hey. Oh fuck.
Oh man. Maybe I should brag with my subscriber count? Nah, I gotta reach 1 million subscribers before I can become a pretentious, braggy douche-tuber. So if you enjoyed this video, please watch some of my other videos, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my socials in the description to become part of my cereal bowl, so we can become the largest cereal bowl on YouTube, and I can absorb all of your fibers and nutrients.
Amazing content creator. And I just want to add before we watch the next video is, you know, how often do you question the nature of your reality? Stopping to think about what you're absorbing on the interwebs, because just from this video alone, the amount of absolute falsities we are fed on the daily basis is astronomical. And we have to cultivate a mindset of questioning. Right, to not just blindly adhere to some random person on the internet that has a lot of followers to buy shit or do shit that we don't need to do or need to have. I actually believe there is maybe a shift in the world, that we are going towards a more awakened society, but the more I watch, the more I'm like, maybe that's not the case.